what's the best restaurant you say you've been to? Because I feel like you would have a different look at it, rather than me.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, say that again, sorry?
What's the best restaurant that you've been to? Because I feel like you would have a different look at it compared to me, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oi.
So you got to broaden it down slightly, though.
Okay,
to the type
the
of food,
type
innit?
of food, innit? Okay.
So...
No,
what type
but
of
let me
food
ask
is
in a
it?
different way. It's like, obviously the place, that like how it actually looked as a place, the food, the service, like everything, the vibe in there, all together, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But obviously you can niche it down to the food that you prefer, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Love my Caribbean food already.
cool.
You already know the thing, man. Like, love it. Restaurant wise, overall, like the way how it looks, presentation, food, it would just have to be one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. Like he has so many, but yeah, it would just be his one. He has one in Mayfair. I think it's the Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
That one's real. Like I went there on my birthday, for example, and like obviously the waiters, they knew me already, so they was like, "Hey, I see you on TV." Do you know what I mean?
No,
Showing that love.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So then what they done is they put me like this VIP part. So obviously you have like the whole restaurant here, and then like there's this little, you got a couple stairs, and then you have this self-open door. You go in and you just have this long table, and in front of you you have the kitchen where the chefs are cooking. So I'm already away from everybody, and they're just kind of treating me just nice. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just like, where if I ask for a water, they have it for me. And then it was my birthday, so they sung happy birthday, got me like a little cake, whole restaurant singing it for me. Then the chefs obviously knew me as well, so they asked for a picture. Do you know what I mean? Just like little things, like it felt good. Just like the comfortability was just 10/10. Do you know? Yeah. So like overall food was good. But yeah, it was proper stuff.
Yeah.
I respect that. So, in terms of like your next, let's say your next destination in it, in terms of all of this in it. So, what are you trying to achieve within, let's say, the next three years? What's your goal? Is it a restaurant then, or is that later business?
I feel like what I'm doing with the local restaurant that I'm at is I'm trying to just broaden and kind of know everything that I need to know on how to run a restaurant, so that way when I'm ready to run a restaurant, it's not like I'm starting from scratch. Because what I feel like what a lot of people do is they're more reactive than proactive. With me, in a sense, I like to do something before a problem might occur. So I might see a problem happening if there's a guest or whatever, and I'll cater to it before I actually get to the destination where a problem's blown out proportion and there's nothing I can do, in a sense. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, with me, I like to know everything from the jump so I can relax later, instead of thinking I have a lot of time and then try and fit in everything into the small time and then I run out of time. Do you know what I mean? So to answer your question, in the next 3 years, I'll probably be looking to start up the business. Obviously, it might get delayed, might happen sooner rather than later, but I might actually be looking to obviously look at the cost on how much to run a restaurant, the demographic, where the best place to open it, my target audience, all of that within the next 3 or so years.
Right, can I ask? So, where you work right now, what food do they sell? Like, what's their main?
It's like it's a Brazil restaurant.
Okay,
so
cool.
To define it, it's just like ribs, steaks, quesadillas. They're kind of broad with a lot of things that they do, like chicken strips, chicken fingers, a lot of things.
So in the industry that you're working in right now, what do you reckon one of the biggest struggles is that you faced in the industry? Because I can imagine some customers could be dry. That might be like number one, but
it's food.
I'm
Isn't
saying,
it? When it comes to food, man, move different with it.
Yeah, cool. I would say, to answer that, I wouldn't even just dial it down to customers. I would just say people. Because it's not just customers.
Okay.
It's obviously you have employees, for example. You got waiters, waitress that are, like, let's say they're angry about something that happened prior. That might carry on throughout the whole shift. And when we're in service, you got to make sure that you're kind of carrying the shift, like in a sense of morale, energy, making sure that everybody's good. So it's like, I would say people, because at the end of the day, a business is not reliant on people, but they have a big input in how the business runs. Especially guest as well. You got some days guests just wake up on the wrong side of the bed,
Yeah.
and they say, "Yeah, let me just take my energy out on you.
Yeah.
I don't care how you feel. Let me." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always about like dissecting the problem before it happens and kind of altering how a problem could go, because maybe the way how you want to react to a guest, you shouldn't, because that will blow the whole thing out of proportion, and what you want to happen might not happen.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to alter how you not necessarily change how you are, but kind of adapt to the situation. I know that this guest might be a prick, but let me, instead of how I treat a normal person, let me be a bit special. What would you like today? Do you know what I mean? Not sucking up to them, because we don't do that, but just like we're just handling the situation accordingly. Do you know what I mean? So I'll just say guests, people, just that's just a big thing, I would say.
But don't you think it's also hard to do it? Say you're busy, innit? Maybe it's like a Saturday night when you guys are busy, you guys are running around as it is already.
Yeah.
And then now you've got to like not suck up to somebody, but you've got to talk to someone in such a nice and calm manner when you're stressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a big one, because you have a lot to carry in a sense when you're running a restaurant. So it's like reacting to a guest, like no matter how you feel, it could be stressed, angry, annoyed. There might be a guest before that said your service is terrible, even if it's not, but that's just how they feel.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how, if what happened to them before, but they're just trying to take the anger out on you. So it's like you have to kind of scrap that, and just, even if it's taking a 5-minute break, just to kind of cool yourself down and know that this happened before, but this isn't going to be with everyone. So I'm not going to then pass that negative energy that they've given to you onto a next person, because that's not fair on the next person. Do you get it? So it's like, cool, diffuse the situation, separate what's happened prior to what's going to happen to this next guest, and just know it's okay, you know? They didn't do nothing bad to you. If they did, it's fine. If the next guest did, it's fine. But if you have a good guest, you shouldn't take that negative energy that the last 2 guests done to you out on them, because they haven't done nothing. Do you know what I mean? So it's just about being emotionally aware and emotionally intelligent to the point where I shouldn't then take my anger and how I feel to a next person that hasn't done nothing to me. You know what I mean?
So I wanted to